As the slogan goes, prevention is better than cure. As an introduction, my name is Dr. Manua. I'm a medical doctor, and I'm also a manager in this very prestigious group. And this evening, we are going to have one of our global leaders in nutritional therapy who will carry us through this very important campaign. And as I said earlier, this campaign is about how to save our hearts. How can we save our hearts? Today, globally, among the top 5 causes of death, cardiovascular has the highest number of mortality worldwide. Therefore, it is a very important discussion today that we are going to have. My name is Dr. Manua. I'm a medical doctor and also a manager in this team. If you are just joining and you have your relatives, friends, and neighbors who you have seen among the participants that they are not here, please endeavor to remind them. Endeavor to remind them to join us because all of us will benefit. This is not only a discussion that is going to be carried out in Nigeria. This is a global event, as you will have seen, as you will see among the participants from everywhere worldwide. Okay, let's go. Save the heart. What do we have today, particularly in Nigeria? We find out that the prevalence and incidences of heart diseases is on the rise. In fact, it is not even in arithmetic progression. And the reason that accounts for that is nutrition, among some other risk factors for cardiovascular disease and heart diseases. Nutrition today is the best form of prevention of cardiovascular disease. And our diet has contributed a lot today because 20, 30 years back, the incidence of heart diseases was very low, but was on the high in Europe and the West in general because of the diet they usually consumed. But over the years, our diet has also turned to that of the West, where we take a lot of junks. This is an introduction that we are going to give to you to tell you that clinically, in most health centers in Nigeria, we find out that the incidence and prevalence of heart diseases is seriously increasing, is highly increasing. And that is the reason why this happy group, which put much more emphasis on the nutritional therapy for prevention and the remedy of heart conditions, In fact, I'm surprised as a medical doctor to find out that when we look left and right, all we see are either heart diseases or diabetes mellitus. But diabetes is a topic for another day. Today, we are going to concentrate on how can we save our heart. And who is to take us through this journey today is none other than our renowned pharmacist. In fact, a retired pharmacist who has worked for over 35 years, who is currently residing in Canada with her children and grandchildren. But we are blessed to have her here in Nigeria to be with us so that she will be in this campaign. And this campaign is not going to stop today. Today is the beginning. But for you to be with the beginners, for those who will have the first-hand information on how to optimize your health in relation to your heart, please be with us till the end of this presentation. She is also a double diamond manager in Forever Living Product, which is a global company based in America, which is contributing greatly to our health worldwide. In fact, this company is operating in over 170 countries worldwide. And we are not left behind in Nigeria, West Africa, and Africa. She is also a nutritionist, and that is her area of concern now, who is exploring how we can use nutritional therapy to better our health. And I will also say that these great pharmacists, nutritionists, and a mother who has been in this campaign of helping us to optimize our health for over 20 years. So we are inviting none other than our pharmacist, Miss Professor Justina Ekfarajin. I added professor because she is married to also a professor who is also a double diamond manager in the business. Ma, you are highly welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Manua. I feel like giving you a clap. So the wife of a professor is also a professor, right?
Yes.
Amazing, doctor. We have such wonderful medical doctors in our team, and I want to appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Dr. Manua, Dr. Abubakar, and in fact, our own daddy in the house who has been leading us, Dr. Edigo, who is our own upline. We want to thank you all. There are so many other pharmacists, Dr. Lucky, Dr. Judy, pharmacist Judy. We are so many, the medical team. We want to appreciate everyone in the house. I'm not having the opportunity to see all the people represented now because I'm not clicking on participants. But I know this is kind of a family of people that have passion for helping people live healthily. And our mission is to give her the right information. So when you apply, then you see your life, you see your head, you see your body rejuvenating, and you see energy, but you see yourself living healthily. Last month, we were on C9 or Detox. We did that campaign and it was very, very fruitful. We are seeing a lot of testimonies. A lot of people are celebrating, oh, I just took in, oh, I feel more energetic. Oh, most of the small health challenges I've been experiencing, they are gone. I feel lighter. I've lost weight. So many testimonies are booming in the house on the platform right now. And I want to say thank you to all the medical team members, all the other health enthusiasts, all the nutritionists in the house on the platform. I want to say thank you to all of them. I'll be rightly introduced. I think the only thing he missed out is that I'm a proud grandmother of 5. And it will please you to know that using the product, you can rejuvenate and look younger than your age. So I always want to add that one. So thank you again, Dr. Manua, and welcome to everyone, wherever you are joining us from. We really appreciate you because we know that you will be one of the people that will self-lead others into a healthier lifestyle. So you have heard Dr. explaining, it is becoming a global epidemic. In fact, from World Health, one person dies from heart-related diseases every 6 seconds. Listen to that, every 6 seconds, which means one of the major organs that keeps us alive is the heart. So if you take care of the heart, it will take care of you. If the heart stops, the person stops. It means life will stop when the heart stops. So I want us to take this presentation seriously. Invite your loved ones, because knowledge is power when it is applied. If you really, really want to see that through a lot of celebration, a lot of Christmases, I want to appeal to you that you invite them to join them. Remind all those you have invited. So you should not only just take care of the heart, I expect you to also try and celebrate the heart from time to time. Love your heart, because when you save the heart, you save your life. You know, you have to take care of the heart, because the incidences we are seeing now is so much on the increase. I have a friend, somebody that was my roommate in the early 80s when we were in the university. Now she's the head of ICU in one of the major hospitals. She called me recently and said, Tina, you know that almost all the cases we are seeing now are all heart related, whether it's from blood vessels. If you see the diagram on the left, you see the heart has a lot of blood vessels. It's so wired to be able to take care of the whole body, because the heart must carry oxygen and nutrients to different parts of the body. So anything that affects the heart will affect major organs of the body. So when you hear of organ failure, sudden blindness, kidney failure, especially the ones that just happen suddenly without signs or symptoms previously, you see that they are all heart related. Sometimes some people have to cut off some limbs because they'll just make a small scratch on the limb. It leads to sore that will never heal, and it keeps degenerating, and the hand or the leg has to be cut off because that part of the body is no longer receiving blood, because the heart is not getting to that area. So we have every reason to take care of our heart. This our presentation is very important that you spread it wide and far, because the heart is the one that will take us far in life. We all need to be careful, because the consequences of not taking care of the heart is not only severe, but most times it is not redeemable. The worst is that, or the best scenario for those who have already had their time, that they are almost like vegetable, and nobody wants to be like that. That is why this campaign is very important. We want to reduce the number of people that will fall victim. On the right hand side, you see people who are happy because they are able to acquire knowledge with a well-informed mind. They're able to make decisions that will make the heart pump blood to extremities everywhere. And the excitement and the happiness is because they have a boost of energy. But on the left, you see that the heart is okay, because if you see the diagram, the one in yellow, is telling you, in fact, one of my friends used to say that if you have problems up and down, it means you are alive. And he uses the heart to symbolize that. Why? Because when it's beating and it's going up and down, those stripes you are seeing, it means the person is alive. But when it goes straight, it means the person is dead. It can happen suddenly. So you are welcome once again to the Save a Heart campaign. So how do we stop this silent killer, which has become a global epidemic? It is something that is the biggest, even bigger than what they call the recent global epidemic that just happened, apart from SARS, COVID. Bigger than COVID, you know? So if we must stop this danger, if we must stop this silent killer disease, because it is not presenting signs and symptoms before it affects or takes life, that is why we call it silent killer disease. This is silent. Because of that, the information you are going to get today is very, very important. I want us to, take care of our head, because taking care of our head is an investment. It is not expense, or like some people would think, oh, let me postpone it. I will take care of my heart when I finish building the house. I'll take care of my heart when I finish buying that car. I'll take care of my heart when I finish doing this. I have responsibility. I can't afford. Oh, let me manage. That is not going to take place here now, because that is what is causing the dangers that we are seeing right now. A lot of people are taking risks with their heart, and the consequences are things that you cannot reverse. But the good news is that they are all highly preventable. even if you are genetically predisposed to heart-related diseases, hypertension, or parents or relatives died of any of all these things, I can assure you that if you don't create the environment for these diseases to manifest themselves, you can prevent them. If you see the two hearts on the screen now, you see that the one on the right is healthy, the one on the left is not healthy. Some people will say, oh, I'm a vegetarian, I don't eat meat, I don't take fat, I don't take oils, I don't eat oily food, or I run away from fatty food. Think of it. Goat and cow eat only grass. Open them up. You see the visceral part, you see the heart is all covered up with fat. Even though they don't eat fat, which means your body can combat anything you eat. Some people say, oh, okay, I don't eat sugar. Even if you don't eat sugar, your body can convert whatever you are eating to fat. So we want to take this presentation very seriously and look forward to people making decisions that will prevent the heart from looking like the heart on the right-hand side and prevent the blood vessels from, being clogged up. Also prevent the blood vessel from being hardened. We have a moral obligation to make sure that our heart is healthy throughout life. Last week when we were talking about the C9, remember we mentioned that your health span and your lifespan are two different things that you must, take seriously. So I will encourage everyone today that you should take up the fitness challenge to avoid the sickness challenge, because when the sickness comes, you will definitely attend to it. But if you take up the fitness challenge, which we are advocating now, which we are starting today, which we are launching today, we are, working hard to create awareness so people don't, fall or you don't become victims. We know that you will not, forget the sickness challenge. Time you spend here, whatever money you spend to take care of your heart is money well spent, is time well spent. So it takes just the happy heart of a team of the Happy People Group and the Power Team. And we encourage every one of you listening to me this evening, if you are not yet a member, to join us. It takes such loving, concerned heart to be able to prevent or reduce the number of people that are suffering or having these challenges. So we welcome you. We are very thrilled. We want to, add more people so that we don't get the statistics going up. We look at the World Health statistics now. I think over time, as I'm going down, I'm going to show some of them. You see that is going up. Every year, you see the number of people that are having these challenges, that are dying of heart-related diseases, going up in astronomical level. We need to do something because this is highly preventable. It is lifestyle-based to the extent that we even in the management of hypertension, there are the group of food that you can eat to prevent it on a permanent, basis. So we are an ever-growing community of individuals who are passionate about saving lives and spreading awareness. We want to join hands together because when we join hands together, we can actually make meaningful, effect, and we can, impact more lives. As we're back on this meaningful journey, we believe it is essential to equip ourselves with the necessary knowledge and information. So during this training session, we'll delve into the intricacies of heart health. We'll explore ways to promote awareness. How do we give this information out? Because people are so busy these days, they don't even want to listen. And because of that, I want to play a video for you right now that will tell you that a cardiologist, a consultant cardiologist died at the age of 40 because of the things that a lot of us are going to now listen to today. We are going to be privileged to hear all this, but I just want to listen to this video so that you will know how serious this problem is. You will take special care of this heart so that the heart can take care of you. You need to listen to things we just ignore, things we just probably think are not important, but are very, very important. How you can save both yourself and your family members from this epidemic.
It was heartbreaking to hear that a 41-year-old cardiologist died due to cardiac arrest. The news reads that we don't know why he had a heart attack. He was young, he was active, he was heartbreaking to hear that a 41-year-old cardiologist died due to cardiac arrest. The news reads that we don't know why he had a heart attack. He was young, he was active, he was non-smoker, he was teetotaler, he was working 14 hours a day, did 16,000 cardiac surgeries by the age of 41. We are missing the elephant in the room. Working 14 hours a day continuously, doing this many amount of surgeries, it's not a positive thing. With such a busy schedule, the cortisol levels would have been sky high, stressing your heart every day silently, even without your knowledge. In my opinion, the manufacturing warranty for our body engine is only up to 40 years. The next 40 years is based on how well you took care of the first 40 years.
So I want to stop the video there. Okay. So like I was explaining, you heard the presenter explain that the man, he eats well, he exercises well, he a medical doctor, a consultant cardiologist. But silently, the heart was going through stress. The heart was not getting adequate energy, nutrient, everything to make it strong for the work that he has decided to do. That is why our aim is to empower everyone with the tools and information needed to become change makers and inspire others to join this our cause. That everyone should know, whether we are medical personnel, whether we are just workers, whatever we do in life, no matter what is happening in Nigeria right now, no matter the stress, you need to take care of the heart. That's the major point I want us to understand. If you are not taking care of the heart and you think you are coping because signs and symptoms are not showing, you are taking a very big major risk that may not be reversible. And that is very important. That is why we want you to open your mind, listen to us this evening, participate actively, join the WhatsApp platform where throughout this month we are going to be talking in depth about the heart and what the heart really needs to become very healthy. So every one of us should participate and join the platform. So get ready to ignite the change. Inspire other hearts to become strong, healthy, and well, nourished, so that even all other organs of the body will be able to function at optimum capacity. Because all the critical functions that determines health, vitality, rejuvenation, longevity, even the brain function, your ability to do your business well, your ability to make a lot of money, all depends on the heart. The head of the heart, the function of the heart, ability to pump blood to extremities, to pump blood to even the brain cells to work the way it's supposed to work. That is why this state of affairs is very, very unfortunate. You can see the graph, how it is growing. From that year, 2019 up to where we are now, you can see the heart is the number of people dying from heart-related diseases is increasing on a yearly basis. The blue is standing for the men and the red for women. Men are dying more. I know a lot of medical science will say, well, etiology unknown, we don't really know what is responsible. But you see now that from what is happening in the world right now, because we also know that these heart-related diseases are preventable, because of the new introduction by World Health of the DASH, which is the dietary way of treating hypertension, showing fully well that food is highly involved in the function of our heart. It means that we need to do more work. We need to create the awareness more. it is awareness, it is the way we reach out to people, it is the knowledge we give out to people, because they said knowledge is power when it is applied. That is what will help us reduce the graph to a lower, number of people that will experience this as much as possible. So coronary heart disease kills an estimated 9 million people each year. That was 2019 report, as you can see even in the graph. But 2023, where we are now, it is almost double. Current research shows that it's almost double that amount. And the sad part of this is that it is highly preventable. We can stop all these people from dying. And unfortunately, it's no longer restricted to the aged or those who are getting older. Even people as young as 20, less than 20, are beginning to develop heart-related diseases or sudden heart failure or sudden organ failure. So it is the world's single biggest killer. Around 1 in 1/6 deaths globally are caused by coronary heart diseases. Whether we like it or not, we must find a way out of this epidemic. Cardiovascular diseases are the leading cause of death. You can see 20%, and in that 18.2 million people, if out of the people hearing or discussing this today, we are able to reach out to 10 each, do you know that we can reduce this to half? More than 4 out of these cardiovascular disease death or heart-related disease death are due to stroke or maybe other, areas like, diabetes related, hypertension, or maybe heart failure. But whatever is the cause, the good news here today I want us to keep stressing is that it is highly preventable. And because it's preventable, we are going to dwell on how do we prevent this from happening. If 1,000 people can be prevented from being affected on a daily basis, it means that we can even prevent it from happening to anybody. So the most important behavioral risk factors that affect the heart, that can cause stroke, or that can affect everybody, every human being living on this planet Earth, is what we call diet related effect of the heart. Also, we know very well that when we talk of diet, we mean diet that supply the heart with what the heart really needs. Heart-healthy nutrients from a trusted source, not the one that have been genetically modified, not the one that have been grown with fertilizers, not the one that have been, affected by processing and so many things, but heart-healthy nutrients to give the heart so that it is healthy, it is strong, it is, no, it is not filled with fat, it is not blocking blood vessels. The heart is able to function at optimal level. Do you know that when you are sleeping, the heart is still working? I want to repeat that so you understand it. When you are sleeping, the heart is still working. Some people eat after 8, after 9. Even some, because of go-slow in Lagos, they eat after 10 o'clock. Do you know that when you lie down to sleep, your intestines are not carrying out digestion? Only your heart is busy, as if it's pounding, because he has to work harder to see if he can grind some of the food that you have eaten. So you are putting the heart under pressure once you start eating after 8 o'clock. It's very important to understand the cycle of the body, the one you call the absorption time, 8 hours, the excretion time, another 8 hours, and the appropriation time, another 8 hours. When you are not giving the time of appropriation time, is when you are not eating food for digestion. You will see that you are putting the heart under so much pressure, under stress. So we have to give the heart the food, the nutrient it needs 24/7. Not I did it yesterday, okay, so tomorrow I can't afford it again. No, it's important you give the heart the food it needs, you give the body the nutrients that will help it to stay strong rather than the quantity. We're talking of quality here. So you also prevent toxicity, toxic load, all these smoking, alcohol, drugs that are not recommended by the medical doctor. A lot of us, all the things we apply on our skin, a lot of toxins in our body. That was why we started with the Clean 9 pack last week, encouraging everybody to detoxify, remove this toxic load from the system, even from all the carbon monoxide we inhale. The way electricity is disturbing Nigeria now, most homes have three generators. You can imagine what you are inhaling every day. So if you don't detoxify from time to time, you are doing more harm than good. Then when it comes to physical inactivity, because of maybe home, some of us will just from bed, we enter our cars, from cars, we sit down to do our work in our businesses, wherever. We come back home, we are watching home movie, we eat, then we sleep again. We don't take time to go for exercises because we feel that we don't have time. We are under stress 24/7. Not just the go slow, not just the money problem, not just the Nigeria challenges right now, but the stress is everywhere. It is up to you to, go into the area where you can manage the stress very well, which we can also discuss with you. Even if you are genetically predisposed to, heart-related diseases, we are assuring you that you don't have to manifest, you don't have to, it's not a sentence that that person must die of heart-related diseases because family members, had it. You can prevent it by not allowing your body to be in the by not allowing the body to be in that toxic state, or to be in that stress state, or to be in a lack of nutrient state that it will manifest the problem of heart-related diseases. So harmful use of tobacco, alcohol, and of course, most, like I already explained, we discussed last week, obesity. When your body mass index is above 25, you have to watch it. Body mass index is your weight in pounds over your height in feet, or weight in kilogram over your height in meters squared. If you divide it in some and it's more than 25, know that you are already at risk. And the higher it is, the higher the risk. So the effect of behavioral risk may show up in individuals as raised blood pressure. Those are the ones who are lucky. So you take your blood pressure, it's high. Some people, even without high blood pressure, they can have any of these challenges. Some people just have raised blood glucose, and of course, those ones can be managed. But when you're already on them, we advise you try to reverse these situations. So raised blood lipids, which you can, go to the lab and assess, and overweight, show that there are signs and symptoms that you can manage, but in most cases, it is silent killer because there are no symptoms before it manifests. Will you be able to play the video now? Are you sure? Okay, I want to show another video. I hope this one will not take another time, so that you can avoid the intermediate risk factors that make people develop this heart, that develop all these heart-related diseases. Not this one, the next one. So you will see in this video, I want you to listen to it carefully. I want you to watch carefully. You will see how the heart, is affected, how the heart is going through the kind of things that you don't really want. It's supposed to be pumping and serving us. So what are the 5 deadly signs that this heart is not doing what it's supposed to do? Just listen carefully, please.
Cardiac illnesses are one of the leading causes of death worldwide and are known to result in approximately 17 million deaths per year. Here are 5 of the most fatal cardiac disorders. Number 1. Coronary artery disease. Also known as coronary heart disease, or CHD, this disorder contributes to 15.6% of deaths and caused 8.9 million deaths in 2015. Coronary arteries are blood vessels that supply oxygenated blood to the cardiac muscle. When coronary arteries, top 5 deadliest cardiac diseases or accumulation of cardiac illnesses are one of the leading causes of death worldwide and are smoking. Here are 5 of the most fatal cardiac disorders. Symptoms of coronary artery disease: coronary artery disease, and shortness of breath. Also known as coronary heart disease or CHD, this disorder contributes to 15.6% of deaths and caused 8.9 million deaths in 2015. Coronary arteries are blood vessels that supply oxygenated blood to the cardiac muscle. When narrowing of coronary arteries occurs due to atherosclerosis or accumulation of fatty plaque, blood supply to the heart is impaired. This is caused mainly by hypercholesterolemia. Smoking and high blood pressure are the other causes. Symptoms of coronary artery disease include chest pain and shortness.
So, my people, I hope you listen to that briefly. Later, we'll post it in the house. You can also listen to the full video. I just want you to understand that when the blood vessels that carry oxygenated blood to the heart is blocked with plaques, you will see that heart will fail because it's no longer receiving oxygenated blood. When the blood vessel, which is the vein that carries the oxygenated blood back to the heart, is stiffened or hard, or it has, what you might call inflammation, it can become hard and it can rupture in the brain. It can also cause stroke. So either of them, none of them is healthy. But we have what we call the dietary approach to stop both hypertension and heart-related diseases. The first thing you will understand here is that the plaques are caused by high lipidemia. We've already explained it. That's why I played that video for you. I will encourage you to please look for the video of the effect of Arctic Sea on plaques by my husband. He did it some years back, and that video is very popular. I will also post it in the house. You see that you need to met out those plaques on a daily basis. I started by explaining to every one of us that goats and cow that eat only grass, they have so much fat. No talk of us, especially Africans, Nigerians. We have ogbolo that has oil. We still use oil to prepare it. Fried rice. You see a lot of people, even the suya man is still putting oil in that meat that already has oil. Egusi has oil. We still use oil to prepare it. Margarine, we eat all this trans oil from time to time. If we don't have salad cream, we don't enjoy our salad. So just think of, even when we say we want to eat vegetable, we still make sure that we are loading it with a lot of unhealthy stuff. That is why we must understand that meting out those plaques on a daily basis is important. So some people will say, oh, let me just take the Arctic Sea, or let me just met out the plaques once in a while. Because you eat all these things on a daily basis, you will still need to take what we met it out as food, not as drug that will have side effect. That's what we are promoting here. If you are eating the normal food we eat in Nigeria, you will need to take what we met out your plaques on a daily basis. What I've just explained is what I have shown on the diagram on slide now, because where your pulmonary artery carrying oxygenated blood is coming to the heart, but it's blocked by a plaque, you will see that blood will no longer get to the heart. The heart muscles will start dying, will start degenerating, and as it is dying, that part of the heart will no longer be able to pump blood the way it's supposed to be, with the force it's supposed to go through. Time may not permit us to go through all of them, but I want you to know that the heart functions constantly 24/7 to keep us alive. Any part that dies off or narrows off or is getting damaged is a big problem. So just imagine the heart that is pumping more than 7 point something liters of blood if it is, controlling oxygen, is controlling nutrients to different parts of the body, it means that we need to take care of it so that it will take care of us. So it is our duty to help the heart maintain healthy blood pressure. Our heart is almost like a house where we live in. It has walls, it has rooms, it has doors, it has plumbing. And this plumbing must be clear. And it has electrical system also. And this electrical system controls how the heart beats even when you are sleeping. All the parts of the heart work together to keep the blood flowing so they can send nutrients to different parts of the body. Anything that disrupts this is a problem. Like I said, when the heart is pumping more than 7,000 liters of blood to all parts of the body, it's beating about 72 times per minute, just per 1 minute, 72 times per 1 minute. It's doing a lot of work. So you can't afford to starve that heart. You can't afford to ignore that heart. You can't afford not to love that heart because it has to take care of you. So I want us to remember the important points that we must take care of today. What are the benefits of a healthy lifestyle to the heart? And in summary, to the whole body from the heart. What is the importance of organic, natural superfood nutrients that are available in their absorbable form, ready to, effect a therapeutic, change in the way our body functions, especially the heart? You will see that if you give these nutrients that are organic, that are natural, that have not been touched by chemicals at all, from a trusted source, already micronized, they are available in their absorbable form. They just go straight to the heart and help the heart to function the way it's supposed to function. You will see your heart will be happy. Your heart will feel loved and it will love you back. So we're going to talk about this product application, therapeutic benefits, and the preventive healthcare measures that we all need. And as you've already heard, a lot of testimonies abound on how the products really work. The major products that we all need outside the Clean 9 that we always recommend we do from time to time, like every quarter. Some people do it twice a year. I do it like 4 times a year. Some people do it like once a year, depending on maybe where you are living and the level of pollutants that you are coming in contact with. I want to introduce to you our first and most, will I call it, recognized a very important product. Our signature product is called aloe vera gel. I take this on a daily basis. I will talk about it soon, but I want us to understand that all the products you are seeing on the screen now are all very important. Cardio health, that is specific for the heart. From the name cardio health, you can imagine all the nutrients there are, all that science has proved to, all that they are very important to the heart. We have coenzyme Q10 as the major active ingredient with other vitamins, minerals, and trace elements as we all need them. So you take your aloe vera gel to rejuvenate from inside out. And like I explained from the beginning, Arctic Sea to melt out the plaques. You see, from that demo of the Arctic Sea, you see that the styrofoam, which has the same chemical structure with the plaque that will form on either the blood vessel or around the heart, you see that it's melted by Arctic Sea, but it cannot be melted by other omega-3 that you are getting anywhere. Even all the cod liver, all the different brands you can see, you see that they are not able to melt them because they are not processed through cold stabilization process. This is very important. Cold stabilization process, make sure that the active omega-3 and omega-9 that makes out the plaque are still potent, are still in our own brand. Then we have the Aggi Plus. We are going to explain that, and the garlic thyme. We all eat garlic, we all eat thyme. but without odor to disturb your family members or your friends. You can take care of the heart. You can have all the wonderful benefits of garlic without the odor. And Agi Plus, which is actually a product that has won Nobel Prize for the people that discovered it, and one of them is part of the advisory board that formed this for Forever Living Products, Dr. Murray. And we all know very well that this nitric oxide that Agi Plus supplies is very important for the heart. So these are our 5 major products, but we have about 2 other products we will introduce later, which you can use depending on whether you are on a stress level or there are other health challenges that you need to address. But one thing you should understand is that this cardio health is important to everybody, every human being. As long as you have a heart, this cardio health is what you should take on a daily basis. It contains coenzyme Q10 with a lot of vitamins, minerals, trace elements that the body needs to help support a healthy heart so that it can function at optimal capacity. It helps protect against free radicals so that the heart muscles are not also damaged. It helps promote the contractility of the heart, healthy heart, healthy circulation around the whole heart. It helps what we call tissue oxygenation so that all the cells are well oxygenated. There are no cells that are dying. There are no cells that are degenerating. All the cells are healthy and able to contract the way they're supposed to be. So these are the active ingredients you have in our cardio health. I already mentioned the coenzyme Q10, which is the main active ingredient. It also contains vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B6, folate, and vitamin B12, which every human being needs. So if you are denying your heart of this amazing product, which also contains chromium, this chromium that will help easily transport the active, or what you might call the energy giving food into the heart muscle. So the muscle of the heart is able to bring enough ATP, enough energy for the body to function the way it's supposed to function. Coenzyme Q10, like I said, tissue oxygenation, and it is one of the major active ingredients. We also have grapeseed extract, turmeric. In fact, turmeric is very, very popular right now. I may not spend time on that because everybody knows that turmeric is very important for the heart. In fact, this boswellia extract is what science has proved that, it contains heart-heavy, nutrients. Olive leaf, like a lot of us taking olive oil, and of course, the soy lecithin to help us, stay strong 24/7. And of course, like I mentioned before, our aloe vera gel, which is our signature product, helps all the nutrients that you are seeing in that cardio head to be available to all the cells of the body. Improves bioavailability of nutrients, body healing food to all the different parts of the body, and the heart, that is most important, will not have enough nutrients that it needs. It's an immunomodulator. It helps you to detoxify, like I already mentioned. You need to remove toxins from the system, especially the heart and blood vessels from time to time. It cleanses the entire system, not just the cells, because even normal metabolism has byproducts of metabolism that you must eliminate, like maybe free radicals, carbon monoxide, and different things that you must eliminate. And even the digestive tract, you also have some toxic loads that you must eliminate. If not, you have what we call leaky gut. Sometimes you have reuptake of toxins into the bloodstream that can cause inflammation. But when you take your aloe vera gel, first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening, it doesn't only clean up the digestive tract to open up the pores so that your body will absorb the nutrients and will take up all the active ingredients in the cardio health and the food you are eating, but it will help even the cells to eliminate toxic load. And it has what we call lignin that controls, if I would call it semi-permeable membrane of the cell, is controlled by the lignin that allow good things to enter and pushes out what the body doesn't need. It helps boost the energy level. So when you take aloe vera gel, you can notice that you go for your walk, you go for your exercises, you do your 10,000 steps, and you don't feel stressed. You don't feel, you know, overworked, because it has to boost energy. It has to rejuvenate from inside out. It's the most powerful single source antioxidant. It's a natural pain inhibitor. It has the collagen so that you can repair cells, you can look younger. You can see me in my 60s as a grandmother. Your cells will just look clean and you will look younger than your age. It's anti-inflammatory. It's an adaptogen. It adapts to your body the way your body needs it. It has to clear out all those unhealthy stuff that we have in the system. Of course, it's a wonderful healer for people that have ulcer. Just take it with your probiotic and you are good to go. General body tonic, if some people call it potted doctor, some people call it the miracle plant. It has so many wonderful names. So time may not permit me to go through that, but we know we talked about it last week, and being our signature product, if you belong to any of our WhatsApp houses, you have more information. Also, we already have a video on this RTC. I will encourage you to search it out in the YouTube. RTC demo by John Ekperegin. You'll be able to appreciate this product. It's an amazing product. I don't play with it. It doesn't only help the heart, it helps the brain. It helps even pregnant women to give birth healthily and naturally. It maintains a healthy heart, maintains all the blood vessels. The blood vessels are not becoming rigid, they are not becoming strong. They are able to, you know, allow that expansion or contraction from time to time, especially like when you are excited and you pump a lot of blood into a blood vessel that is hard, that blood vessel can rupture. But when you take your RTC and you take your Agi Plus, that is able to help the blood vessel to either expand or contract depending on the level of blood that is being pumped in, you see that you are healthy. It helps memory, it helps the immune system, reduces cholesterol level, especially for those of us that are not able to do our lipid assay from time to time. So if you have done it, there's something wrong with it, take your RTC. But if you're not able to do it at all from time to time, make sure you are your RTC on a daily basis. It also helps those who are having challenges with arthritis. Some people will complain, oh, I'm feeling that something is moving around my body. You know, it helps to, you know, support our joint function. It helps the anti-inflammations. It helps all the things that you are taking that is preventing inflammations from happening inside the body. So it helps to support healthy blood pressure. If you are taking RTC, you see that your blood pressure will hardly go up. And of course, you are taking it with the Agi Plus, Garlic Thyme, and Cardio Head. It helps a lot of women that are looking for fruit of the womb. For this particular one, it doesn't have the fish taste. For those who want the fish taste, I think the old brand we used to have, but this one doesn't have the fish taste, so you can open it up and allow your children to suck it up, which I used to do for my grandchildren a lot. And of course, like I already mentioned, we have the Agi Plus. I love this because the taste is amazing. It has a lot of nutrients. It was discovered by a Nobel Prize winner who actually won Nobel Prize for nitric oxide. But this Agi Plus is the highest source of that nitric oxide that helps the blood vessels to open up. Like I was discussing with somebody, if you check most of the antihypertensive, I'm not saying that we should not take our antihypertensive because these ones are food. There's no drug interaction with the antihypertensive or the drug that be recommended by the doctor. So you can take them comfortably with your drug because they are food. The doctor will not give you drug and say you should not eat your normal food, but these are food. You can see, you eat your fruit normally. So, but if it contains heart-healthy food, you'll be healthier. So it increases energy, it helps you to have a healthy blood pressure, improves your brain function also, helps men that are having erectile dysfunction, supports your organ function generally, helps your immune system, and helps the muscle growth because it's an amino acid. You can see it, L-arginine. L-arginine and vitamin C complex because of the foods heavy, so many of the best organically produced, put together fruit that everybody needs. because of time, we might not go into all the details of the active ingredient, but suffice for us to know that Agi Plus is very important if you want to have a healthy heart, you want to have a good reproductive system that will function even as you are growing older. Like I mentioned earlier, garlic thyme. Many of us will cook with garlic. Many of us will go cook with thyme. So we already eat these things, but we have brought this thing to ease absorbable for so that your body just take the active ingredient it needs to be able to help helping the what you might call the veins, the deoxygenated blood, not to have all those inflammations that will cause blood clots. So when you are taking garlic thyme, you are able to prevent blood clots from veins. When you are taking Arctic sea, you are able to prevent plaques from oxygenated blood, which we call arteries. I want you to get that one very right. The Arctic sea will thin the blood for oxygenated blood that flows through arteries. The garlic thyme will clear blood clots from deoxygenated blood from veins, so that either way you are always healthy. Even the blood vessels are clean and blood can flow through all of them. It will interest you to know that when you take most antihypertensive, their mode of action is either to reduce the blood volume. It will not clear the plaque or increase the heart function. It will not remove what is obstructing the heart from functioning the way it's supposed to function. So if you're able to take your antihypertensive and you're taking this product, you see you are getting better result, the best, what the heart really needs, and you can reverse that situation. But because this is a silent killer disease, if you don't even have hypertension, you don't have signs and symptoms, please still take the Cardio Health, Arctic Sea, garlic thyme, aloe vera gel, and Agi Plus, so that you can, prevent atherosclerosis. You can reduce blood sugar level. You can have, oxygenated blood flowing around the whole body. These other ones are optional, which you can take from time to time. The Clean 9, like I mentioned, depending on how you are exposed to toxins, you can do from time to time. The Blossom tea depends on your stress level. If you are very stressed up, like we had the cardiologist, he was stressed up, even though he was eating well, but he was not, supporting the system with this anti-stress product. But here you have Blossom tea is a powerful anti-stress product. It's caffeine free. It's also very good for people looking for fruit of the womb, and it helps you to calm down, helps you to sleep well. It's not a sedative, so you can take it throughout the day, but it just helps you to calm down. Royal jelly also is anti-stress, contains the vitamins of the B group, but most importantly, it contains choline, which helps the nerves to transfer information from one, I might use the word in layman's term, we call it junction, from one junction to the other, but it's from one synapse to the other, so that you are having control over the stress that is going around the whole world right now, Nigeria not being, exempt. So if you really want to be healthy, from time to time, take your royal gel, just 2 under the tongue. Sublingual absorption is where you get the maximum benefits for royal jelly. But for the Blossom tea, I always encourage people to brew it overnight, but you can just brew 1 or 2 sachets to drink. But if you brew it overnight, because it's expensive, I'm sure you would like to get the maximum benefit from your product. So these are optional seasonal products that you should take. And of course, our Save a Heart pack will help you so much, but there are lifestyle changes we also encourage you to participate in. Number 1 is exercise regularly, eat healthily, and reduce stress as much as possible. Drink a lot of water because it will hydrate you. It will help the blood to flow more around the whole body, and you will notice your energy level coming up, your immune system well boosted, and your heart will function much better and take you throughout life. So we call it the health span of the heart will be so much improved Your mental health will be improved. Your well-being will be well enhanced. And your weight management will be sustainable, because some people lose weight today, they gain it back again with Jara the next time. For your toxic-free lifestyle, with what we are introducing to you now, we help you to maintain that, weight loss, and you have, or if you are trying to gain weight, you have the kind of weight that you want, and you're able to sustain it. I want to thank every one of us today, all those who have participated. We welcome and we thank you. I want you to please go get your pack, because you have listened today. You will be out of all those statistics. You will not be among the statistics that the World Health will say, oh, they have been claimed by heart-related diseases. Just take action. Let's self-lead others. If you live here today, don't keep this information to yourself. Share the information. Let people know that if you do this, you're not going to have any of these heart-related diseases. Thank you so much for listening to me this night. I want to thank all the people that have made this presentation possible. I want to thank Tempo, who has prepared the slide, my husband, who gave all the information and the direction, Dr. Digo, Dr. Manua, Lucky, Dr. Abubakar, pharmacist Judy, and other pharmacists, and other demo manager, my big sister, all of you in the house. I may not remember names, but I want to thank all of you. You have all been so amazing. I don't know whether Ukamaka and not, if you are all in the house, I want to thank all of you. I want to say you have been so wonderful. We pray that as many people that have heard this night will be able to save a minimum of 10 people from heart failure or heart-related diseases. Thank you. You can ask your questions now.